Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Vinyl Treasures. I'm your host, Johnny G. John Galindo, coming to you live each and every Wednesday only here on Oldies and More Radio, also live on YouTube. Welcome to Johnny G's Vinyl Treasure Show. It's our All 60's edition this February 28th, 2024 on this horrible rainy evening. It's 54. It says light rain, but it's teeming outside here. And we got some high winds here. I hope the, high winds sometimes interact with the internet and whatnot, but I hope that doesn't happen. But welcome to the program here as I spin my original 60's 45's out of my collection. Also, some requests for you listeners here tuned into the program this evening, so thank you for being here. We just opened up the show out of Los Angeles, California, a group called the Romeos. The group's debut single on the Loma record label, Are You Ready for That? That was their first of two on the Loma label from February '66. They have, I think they have two other releases, I think, that came out in '67 on the Mark II label, but that was called Are You Ready for That? There you go, the Romeos from February '66, as I cannot see, to open up the program this evening. But I got to tell you what happened. Those of you received so many emails about my situation. So what happened was I had an MRI done on my leg. Well, it was done on the knee, but it should have been done on the leg. I had an ultrasound done, so there was no blood clot, so that was a good thing. But the problem is, when I fell, I tore. Either I tore a muscle in the inner side of my calf, or my Achilles did not detach. So it is intact, because I went to my ortho specialist. So he said that the swelling was due to the injury. The body created the liquid. He was a little worried at the bottom of my ankle because it's too swollen and it's become red. He says sometimes that can get infected. So he says if that gets hot and it becomes redder or spreads, you must call me immediately. So he told me that. But here is the kicker here. So every time when I went walking or when I did my shopping for my parents, grocery shopping on Fridays, I'm on my feet for like 3.5 hours, I continue to aggravate the muscle as it's trying to heal. So I can't do that. I can't do that anymore. That's out. And so he said, you have two options only. Well, actually, give me three. I have to go for physical therapy on my ankles. So the range of motion was good. He did all these tests. They're close, but they're not as good as they should be. So I'm not really worried about that. The problem I have is that I can't be Johnny G. I can't be that person. And that person does a lot of moving around, a lot of lifting of boxes, a lot of going up and down from the no humidity basement up here to where I broadcast in the attic to record room number 1, my bedroom, record room number 3. So all that and records down in the basement, where all my 60's records are, by the way. So I was discussing it with some people. And I was like, well, do I need to take a break entirely? Because I have to be off I didn't tell you what the issue was. So he says, when you were sitting down, you must elevate your leg. You have to elevate it. You can't keep it down because the fluid is going to gather down in your ankle. It's just your calf's not working properly. It's not going to pump the fluid out correctly. So gravity brings everything down. And that was a pool of blood that was in the bottom of my foot. So I have to keep it elevated. And then he said to me that when I walk, they gave me this humongous, the boot is about this big. It's a size 14 because I have a big foot. And he says, when I walk, I have to walk with that boot. I said, well, wait a minute, this doesn't make sense because I'm not going to put the boot on and walk from here to there. Or no, he goes, when you walk. So I have to walk a certain way so there's less tension on that Achilles muscle and the back of the calf. So there's an insert that makes me walk on my tippy toes, like kind of up, and it's a pain in the neck because it puts too much pressure on my good leg, my right leg. So I can't do that because I'm on the tippy toe on this, and now I'm like this, and I can throw my hips out that way too. I can totally create a whole new problem for myself. So I'm like, well, what am I going to do? I can't be sitting for long periods of time. Of course, as many of you know, the Saturday show, and this show doesn't go that far into overtime, but Saturday show is too long, and it has been too long for me to sit. So in the meantime, and this is going to go on because this is going to take 8 weeks. I mean, he told me between 8 to 10 weeks for me to be fully recovered. I think it's about 8 weeks, but I have to go see him in 4 weeks or 5 weeks. I have to go see him. I'm not wearing this boot, and I'm not going out, so I can't be doing what I was doing before. So I have other people that are going to come in and help me do those heavy things. But the problem is with the requests, with the 60's requests, I mean, I may be able to get some. I can't promise you that I'll find them all if they're down in the basement, because I can't keep on going down the basement and coming up. So that is a problem. I'll try as many as I can. Like Edmund sent me some requests that were down in the basement. I couldn't go get them because I was doing that the last few days, and he says you're aggravating that muscle. So I can't do that now. Thursday's show is fine because it's that's all 1957 records. I know what I'm playing. I have those, and I could get those 50s records are easy for me because they're either up here, they're either down in my room, my other spare rooms, or they're in the main room. They're not down in the basement. The 60s, I have them down in the basement, a lot of them, and some that I've played over the last 3 or 4 years, they're filed up here. I can get them. But the shows have to be shorter, at least on Saturday. So that means that I'm not limiting the requests. This show I can do what I want. It's not like I get 40 people that send me requests like I do on the Saturday show. I get like 40 people, as much as 40 or 45 people that can send me requests. So I got to limit it to 2. And they will get played eventually. And those that do radio shows know that the request, it takes a lot of time to play the records, etc. And I was going 4 hours over, and that is a long time, and it's late for some people. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to promptly, like tonight's show, will promptly close at midnight. And I have requests for tonight, so we'll play those, and it's easy because I don't have 45 requests coming in on a Wednesday night show, but and Thursday's fine because I stop around 2:30, but Saturday I'm going to have to shorten it, so I'm only going to pick 2 requests for people that send them in. Now continue to do that because I can pick and choose the ones that I want, and you will eventually hear it. As you know, if I have the record, I'll play it. That's how it is. But it's only going to be for a short time, or maybe it's even less. Because listen, if I can walk really well, I'm going to start doing my normal thing. But right now, I'm hobbling around, and it's problematic. And I got this box under the table here. It's not a box. It's like one of the, what do they call those things that like a footrest that I have to put my foot on, and it may be a little difficult, but I can swing it up and down. But that's my plight because I received so many emails, and I told people to tune in to this show to find out the issue. But that's the issue. I'll repeat it tomorrow, and then I'll definitely on Saturday. But that's how it's gonna go, at least from this point. You see, I gotta be more careful. I can't fall down because falling down is, and I know some people out there that fell down. Falling down is a disaster. There's so many people that can die from falling down. So many other complications come on. Thank God I don't need, and they were like, you got a torn meniscus, you got this and that. I said, there is no way I'm going for any kind of ambulatory surgery at this point, this stage of my life. That's not happening. And my knee wasn't bothering me. I'm like, what are you focusing, the guys at the urgent care, what are you focusing on my knee for? It ain't the issue. But anyway, So that's it, folks. I apologize I babbled on too long, but I needed to explain myself because it's no fun and it was so painful, and I'm taking Advils and everything else. But anyway, so there you go. You know the deal. So let's start it off here. Got some good records for tonight too, by the way. Let's open up here the vocal portion here with a twin spin on the Loma label, as not much known about this singer, probably best known for his cover of a Beatles song. Maybe some of you know his song. He covered the song Good Day Sunshine, which was his second single on the Loma label. This is his first single. Arranged and conducted by Jerry Ragavoy. This charted number 28 on WJMO in Cleveland, Ohio. Was also covered, I think the Capitals did this too, on the Karen label back in 68. But this is the original version from April 67. Let's open up with Roy Redman. Roy Redman on the Loma label. It's called Ain't, yeah, for Johnny G. Ain't That Terrible. It's for Roy Redman. Here we go. April 1967 release there for Roy Redman. Roy Redman on the Loma record label. Ain't That Terrible is the name of the two. Johnny G feeling terrible here that I had to tell you all that, because I really don't like to be kind of corralled in doing certain things that I don't want to, but we'll see how it goes. But let's continue here. How about some early Motown now? It's the debut single for this singer, his first of three on Berry Gordy Jr.'s Motown record label, written by Motown producer George Fowler. I think he also he was in charge of Motown's gospel division, and Brian Holland, another writer, and Satin Tones group member Robert Bateman. They wrote this tune, produced by Berry Gordy Jr. Let's go to January of 1961. This is the original version. Some of you may know the cover is done by Marv Johnson, but this is Henry Lumpkin. Henry Lumpkin on the Motown label. It's called I've Got a Notion.
I notion to walk right out that door. Won't hear your pleading like I did before. You better wake up before we break up. I've got a notion. I've got a notion. Please you, but still you broke my heart when all I wanted was for you to do your part. There'll be no grieving, no more deceiving. I've got a notion. I've got a notion. I can't go on counting stars above, crying at night, burning for your love. When you tease me, you think that I feel fine. If I stay ahead with you, I'm bound to lose my mind. Well, I'm gonna to leave you by yourself. Give my devotion and love to someone else. Someone who needs me, who won't deceive me. I've got a notion. I've got a notion. I've got a notion. I'm gonna put you down if you don't stop your dogging me around. I love you, baby. I need you, baby. But I'm gonna have to say bye-bye. I need you, baby. I love you, baby.
Cool tunes for a Wednesday evening. That's the sound of Henry Lumpkins. That's his first of three. On the Motown record label, I've Got a Notion. That's the original version from January 61. Marv Johnson, he would also cover that in May of 61 on United Artists Records. And Mary Wells also did a version of that. If you own her 1962 LP, The One Who Really Loves You, she also covered that tune. Johnny G here on a Wednesday evening as we continue here for this next singer. Started out as a member of the Buttons on the Ember record label, and she also was a member of the Delicates on the Challenge record label back in 1964. Now, her first solo release came out in July of 64 for Liberty Records, kind of like a cool Spectre-ish type sound there, like a Phil Spector sound. But in 1966, she had a single on the Minute label, and in 67, she had this release that came out on the Review label, written by Fred Hughes and Freeman King from April 1968. Let's give a listen to Alder Ray. Alder Ray on the Review record label. It's called Run, Baby, Run.
Tell me that you love me, but I know you got another idea.
That's Miss Alder Ray. Alder Ray from April 1968. That's on the Review record label, the Run Baby Run in 1970. She had a release on Jetstar as Alder Ray Mathis. I think she had one last one on Sound Plus Records. Now, I bought that record, and maybe some of you that are buying records on eBay, it must have been, when was it? Maybe 2000. When did that Ray Dobard load, the first one, get bid on? Well, there was an individual on eBay called Saturn Music, and he had he wasn't supposed to sell the records on eBay, according to the other guys that were in the deal, because he was the one, I think, that kind of got them all together and kind of, I don't want to say orchestrated it, but he was the one that got everybody in touch with, I don't know, the government to bid on that auction with all those records. But he ended up getting some records on his own, but he started selling them on eBay, like multiple copies. And, you know, the first ones would go for a lot of money or for more money, and then he would list them again the following week, or he would list them a few months down the road. So I waited and I waited, and some were selling like a minimum $8.99, and then he got them down to $6.99, and there were, you know, people started catching on. So I got a lot of good records, soul records. Okay, they're vinyl, you know, styrene presses. They're not vinyl. They're styrene from the Monarch pressing plants. That was one of the thousands I think I probably bought from Saturn Music. Johnny G here on a Wednesday evening. Let's continue here. And when you think of SPQR Records, what do you think of? What do you think of when you think of SPQR Records, a label owned by Frank Guida? That he was out of Norfolk, Virginia. He also owned LeGrand Records. Now, with LeGrand, it's really easy to think of Gary U.S. Bonds. He was the top artist on LeGrand Records. I would think maybe Jimmy Soul was the top singer on the SPQR label. But here's a late one on SPQR, written by the label owner, Frank Guida. And this gal's name is Evelyn LeGrand. That kind of sounds a little bit kind of odd. I think that's probably a made-up name, so I don't know who she really is, but I would bet she's not LeGrand. She's named after the label. So, but it's from August of '66. Let's give a listen to Evelyn LeGrand on the SPQR label. It's called I Got Caught.
The cat said we'll soon be married. Well, at least that's what he said. I think to me he was the greatest, and that's how I lost my head. So he tossed me a phony line, then like a fool I took the bait, and I found out that I was hooked in, and so maybe it was too late. I messed with you, baby. I don't mean maybe. Let me tell you how my mother warned me to beware of all his charms, all his sugar, lies, and kisses made me melt into his arms. Well, my baby took my love now, then he pushed me aside. Don't you know it hurt my heart so badly that I broke right down and cried. I messed with you, baby. I don't mean maybe. I'm
Yeah, Johnny G almost got caught. You know how I get caught here, kind of hesitating to get to the turntable or whatnot. But there you go, Evelyn LeGrand. That is a fake name, I have to say. August 1966 on SPQR. I Got Caught is the name of the tune. I remember, when I used to go over to my grandmother's house. The next door neighbor, her name was Mrs. Abraham. She was this little old lady, but she had I think an apple orchard in her backyard. So, they had the sign, no trespassing, right? And I was there with my friends. And remember, I'm the heaviest guy. I was the fattest of all my friends there in the neighborhood. So they said, hey, let's go to Mrs. Abraham's and pick apples off her tree. And I said, well, wait a minute. We can't go there. It says, no trespassing. She can call the cops. We'll get caught or whatever. So he goes, she's not going to know. So we all go there. Of course, I couldn't climb the tree. So they're dropping the apples down to me, and I'm putting them in the bag. So lo and behold, who comes running? Her son. I mean, he was an older man, and he starts running, and they all start jumping out of the tree. Of course, I'm trying to run. He catches me by the collar, talking about I got caught. So he catches me by the collar and he's holding me. He goes, don't you read the sign? You're not supposed to be here. I'm going to tell your grandmother. So he's dragging me by the collar to my grandmother's house. And he was like, Mr. Abraham, please let my grandson go. He goes, she shouldn't even be here. Well, I live here. He can come here whenever he wants. But they did call the police on me, and they just scolded me. But I got caught. There you go. Johnny G got caught. Let's continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. We head to Detroit, Michigan, with this request for listener Warren Russell in our YouTube chat room. This group first recorded as the Delphis on the Checkmate record label. That was in 1961. Now, with their release on the Motown subsidiary Melody Records, they wanted to record as the Delphis, but the Chess Records, who own Checkmate, they said, no way, you can't use it. We own the name. So they decided on another name. They called themselves the Vels. And the group included Rosalind Ashford, Annette Sterling, Martha Reeves, and the lead singer on this tune, her name is Gloria Williamson. This is from October 62. Was it Warren that said anything Motown? Well, here you go, subsidiary of Motown Records, Melody Records. These are the Vels. The Vels from October 62. It's called There He Is, parentheses, At My Door. This is for Warren.
Just can't let him in.
As by request for Warren Russell in our YouTube chat room, that's the sound of the Vells. Guess they would eventually become Martha and the Vandellas. That one there from October 62, that's on the Melody record label, subsidiary of Motown Records. There he is, parentheses, at my door. And actually, Martha Reeves and the Vandellas would re-sing that. They re-record that song in 1964, and it's the B-side to Dancing in the Street. If you have Dancing in the Street, check out the flip side. It's that tune. Johnny G here on a Wednesday evening as we continue here. Let's fill a request for listener Frank Chingaro in our YouTube chat room. He wants to send this one out to listener Frank Cassie as we head to Chicago, Illinois for this trio recorded for Harry Mitchell's Kelmac record label. They had 5 singles on the Kelmac label. This was their was this their fifth? Oh, this was their fifth. I hope I transferred that right, Charlene. For this trio, which included Robert Lewis, Carl Washington, and lead singer. His name is Larry Brownlee. And this bubbled under at number 128. It really should have done better. Probably did well regionally in some markets. We go to March of 1966. This is for Frank Chingaro in our YouTube chat room. Also going out to Frank Cassie, the CODs. The CODs on Kelmac Records. It's called I'm a Good Guy.
When you call me on the phone last night, I wasn't home. Just you think that I'm lying, but you are wrong. I've gotta be out with the fellas just once in a while, having a good time, yeah. So that's why, that's why, that's why I'm a good guy. He's a good guy, yeah. I'm a good guy. He's a good guy, yeah. You got to realize, you got to realize, and have a little pride. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Be your guy. I'll never hurt you, baby. Nor make you cry. And that's why. That's why. That's why. That's why. That's why. I'm a good guy. He's a good guy, yeah. I'm a good guy. He's a good guy, yeah. You got to realize, I've got to have some fun sometime. Don't be afraid, don't be afraid, because I'm not the playboy kind. I'll never hurt you, baby, nor make you cry. And that's why, that's why, that's why, that's why I'm a good guy. Everybody knows I'm a good guy. He's a good guy, yeah. He's a real good guy. He's a good guy, yeah. He's a good guy, yeah. He's a good guy, yeah. That's why. That's why. That's why I'm a good guy. Everybody knows I'm a good guy, baby. Yeah, a good guy, baby. Said I don't.
That's a cool tune there. March 1966 release for the co-eds. How about the CO? I'm thinking of I'm looking at Gwen Edwards and the co-eds. No, they're called the CODs. The CODs on the Kelmac record label by request for Frank Chingaro, sending that one out to Frank Cassie. I'm a good guy. Yes, Charlene, thank you. They're 4th of 5 on the Kelmac record label. And the lead singer there, Larry Brownlee, he was on lead. Of course, their debut single was their biggest hit for Kelmac, called Michael the Lover. No, it was Michael, I think. And lead singer Larry Brownlee, he would become a member of the Lost Generation. They had releases on Brunswick, I think, beginning in 1970, and also, I think, another group he sang with. Johnny G here, your good guy DJ for a Wednesday evening. Hope you're digging on the tunes. If you're new to the program, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I do 3 programs here. I'm saying abbreviated, yeah, because I've been doing them. I've been on a little bit too long sometimes, but it's all the requests and whatnot. But I do 3 programs. This is our Soul Show on Wednesday evenings, broadcast simultaneously excuse me, on Oldies and More Radio, also on YouTube. Tomorrow afternoon, I'll be on YouTube with the 1957 Relic Countdown. We're continuing there, and that begins at 1 p.m. Eastern Time till about 3:30. Then I'll be back on Saturday evening, Saturday at 9 p.m. for the 50s and early 60s edition. Your requests till midnight on YouTube. And I guess, I don't know about joining Oldies and More after midnight, because I'll be probably stopping promptly at midnight or around that time. But let's continue here with the All 60s. And here's a request for UK listener Tony Crosby in our YouTube chat room. Now, Tony, you wanted me to send this one out. I mean, did you want me to send the individual requests out to the individual people, or to the ones you mentioned all at once? Because Tony's really wanted me to send this one out to all of his friends in the chat room, and also to my mom, who's tuned into the program, and to Charlene, and to your host, Johnny G, because I like this record here that he requested. This lead singer, he's from Hamtramck. If I said it right, Reed, Hamtramck, Michigan, born William Levi's Jr., began recording as Billy Lee on the Carrie label, a 45 that I do have. I don't think I featured it here on the program, though. But when Bob Crew heard him sing, he immediately signed him to his New Voice record label, or was it Dynavoice first, I think. Dynavoice, and then became New Voice Records, but his name changed when he signed with New Voice to Mitch Ryder. Had a number of hits for the label, big hits like Jenny Take a Ride, I think Devil with the Blue Dress, Sock It To Me. There were a whole bunch of other records that he did. I think he did 15 in all on the Dynavoice and New Voice record label. Now, Tony requested his 4th release, a tune written by Herb Bernstein and Gary Knight, produced by Bob Crew. This charted, though, number 72 on Cashbox, 72 on Billboard, 62 on Cashbox, number 6 on WOGO in New New Smyrna Beach, Florida, if I typed it in right, from April 1966. This is going out to Tony Crosby in our YouTube chat room. Mitch Ryder and the Detroit Wheels. It's called Breakout.
Pushing us around, yeah, treating us like we're nothing and always putting us down. Say, I ain't no fool and I ain't gonna let them treat us this way. I ain't gonna stop until I reach the top someday. They're gonna respect us, baby, yeah. Break out now. face, baby, and feel like it's all a sin. Oh, I ain't gonna run no more, and I ain't gonna hide. I ain't gonna stop until I reach the top of time. It ain't no good this way, baby. No, 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 no. Break out now, gotta break out now. Ooh, yeah, break out now, we gotta break out now. Break out, break out. Come on, baby, let's start to feel it now. Want you to come with me. Oh yeah, break out now. We gotta break it down now. I can't stop it now. We gotta break it. We gotta break it. I said, come on now. Come on.
Here you go. That's by request for Tony Crosby in the UK. The sound of Mitch Ryder and the Detroit Wheels, sending it out to your host, DJ Johnny G. Also to my mom, tuned in down in the kitchen. And Charlene tuned in here on YouTube and Oldies and More Radio, and also all Tony's friends in the chat room there. That's a cool tune, Breakout, from April 1966 on the New Voice record label. Let's continue here with a request for listener Adrian Viterbo, listening in Mexico. Now, he sent me an email. Adrian, if you came in to say hello, because he told me he was working overtime again on, I think he did last Wednesday night too, if I'm not mistaken, but he gave me a couple of requests, and he requested this gal from Beaumont, Texas. She made her debut in early 1962 on the Eric label. She wrote many of her songs and also played the guitar left-handed. How many left-handed guitar women do you know? I only know her. That's what I got to say. But she signed with the Philadelphia-based Jamie record label in 1962. She had 15 releases on the Jamie label. Now, Adrian requested her first release. Her name, Barbara Lynn Ozen, but she shortened it to Barbara Lynn. And this was her this is not her debut single, her biggest hit. This charted number 8 on Billboard, 4 on Cashbox, number 1 on the R&B chart. Let's see if the Copyright Police come out after your host, Johnny G. April 62 for Adrian Viterbo. This is Barbara Lynn on Jamie Records, and my mother likes this song. It's called You'll Lose a Good Thing.
For you, just don't mistreat me, and I'll be good to you. 'Cause if you should lose me, oh yeah, you'll lose a good thing. I'm giving you one more chance for you to do right. If you'll only straighten up, we'll have a good life. 'Cause if you should lose me, oh yeah, you'll lose a good thing. This is my last time, not asking anymore. If you don't do right, I'm gonna march out of that door. And if you don't believe me, just try it, Daddy, and you'll lose a good thing. Just try it, Daddy, and you'll lose a good thing. Just try it, Daddy, and you'll lose a good thing. Just try it, Daddy, and you'll lose a good thing.
Yeah, we got away with the copyright police. They did not come out. That's a good thing. Yes, there you go. Barbara Lynn, that's her first release on the Jamie record label, April 62. That's going out to listener Adrian Viterbo. You'll Lose a Good Thing is the name of the tune. And after Jamie, she had releases on the Tribe label. I have all her releases on Tribe and also Atlantic, I think Jetstream in the early 1970s. Johnny G's here on a Wednesday evening. If you like what I'm doing, please give me a thumbs up. Very important for the YouTube brass that give me so many problems all the time as we continue here. And let's go out to Los Angeles, California. This group included members that recorded with the 1950s vocal groups, the Lamplighters, the Tenderfoots, the Sharps, the Crenshaws, and I think finally they recorded as the Rivingtons. They signed with Liberty Records in 1961. I think they had a hit with the Papa Uma Mau Mau and other types of novelty records, but other releases came out on Reprise, on the ARE label, the VJ Records, Columbia. I have records by them on Columbia. And they have this release on this weird label. This might be one of their final releases on the Quan, Q-A-N label. And I think at this time the group included Al Frazier. He was been with them from the beginning. Al Frazier, Johnny Harris, Carl White. They all were members of those 50s groups. And Turner Rocky Wilson. And the Good Time Band is providing the instrumentation on this. I'm going to play both sides of this record because I like both sides of this, but I paid $1 for it. From October 67, these are the Rivingtons. The Rivingtons on the Quan, Q-U-A-N label. It's called You're Gonna Pay. The Rivingtons.
You know that I won't forget you, but I'll make it easier without you. Yes, you walked out on me. You know you hurt me now. Can't you see that you gonna pay? You really gonna pay, baby. I bought you, girl, a diamond ring. Yes, to me, baby, meant everything. But then you walked out on me. You hurt me now, can't you see that you gonna pay? You really gonna pay, baby. Girl, you left me standing there, baby, all alone and crying, baby. The tears you shed will be your very own. Oh, yeah, baby, you'll be all alone.
I wonder if that's Al Frazier on lead there. But anyway, those are the Rivingtons. The Rivingtons, yes, the Papa Uma Mau Mau guys. But there you go, a soulful sound from October 67 on the Quan, Quan Records. It's called You're Gonna Pay. Now, let's give a listen to the flip side here. The flip side, I think, Frazier wrote this side here. Al Frazier, writer on this side. Let me put the needle on the record here. It's Styrene. I hate Styrene. I hate Styrene 45. So there you go. This is the B-side here, October 67, the Rivingtons on Quan. It's called I Don't Want a New Baby. That's the sound of the Rivingtons here on the All 60s edition. You heard the A side, You're Gonna Pay. That's the flip side from October 67. I Don't Want a New Baby is the name of the tune on the QUAN, the Quan record label. Let's continue here. Let's go to this next singer born in, is it Beaufort? B-E-A-U. Beaufort, North Carolina. I guess that's how you say it. But he settled in New York City. First recorded on the Lesage label as Little Red Walter. I think, Warren, you sold me that 45 on the Lesage record label, Little Red Walter from 1960. Then in 60, he also recorded, I think, Reed, you mentioned it, as the Blonde Bomber. I have two releases by this artist on, I think, on Hull Records. Yeah, on Hull Records as the Blonde Bomber. And that was owned by B. Caslin. She also owned the Mascot label, a subsidiary of Hull Records. And that's the 45 I'm spinning under his real name, though, Walter Rhodes, R-H-O-D-E-S. And this is from November 62. Let's give a listen to Walter Rhodes. Walter Rhodes on the Mascot label. It's called I Worship the Ground You Walk On from November 62.
I've been so lonely worship the ground you walk on. Why did you leave me and make me cry? All day long my heart cries inside. I need you. I worship the ground you walk on. When you left me by myself, I'll die over and over before I love someone else. Please, my darling, come back to me. I'm so mixed up in misery. I need you. I worship the ground you walk on. Oh, darling, I need you. Oh, my, my, my.
That's Mr. Walter Rhodes. Walter Rhodes on the Mascot record label. I Worship the Ground You Walk On, November 1962. He had other releases, I think, on Violet Records, and I think Cotillion. That was in the early 1970s, if I'm not mistaken. As we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, got a girl group sound here, and Charlene didn't have much info on this group. I think they're out of Los Angeles, though, if I'm not mistaken. I did 2 records on the Capitol record label. This is the better one by far, because I did listen to the other one that they had. I have them both on promo. I don't think these were hits at all, but this is from August 67, a tune arranged by Arthur Wright. They're called The Rainbows, but it's a girl group. The Rainbows on Capitol. It's called Help Me If You Can. The Rainbows.
Somebody told me
be careful you don't throw your hip out on that dance. You got to dance pretty fast. Tony, you should have worn out your rug with that song there. There you go. Those are the Rainbows. That's their first of two on the Capitol record label from August 67. Help Me If You Can. A very fast tune. Yes. Let's go to Chicago now. Fill a request for listener Warren Russell in our YouTube chat room. This is on Leonard Chess's Checker subsidiary of Chess Records, for this singer, first recorded back in 1961 for the Dayhill label. This was his very next release, a tune written by Gerald Sims and Floyd Smith, produced by George Woods, and this is the intended A-side from February 63, by request for Warren Russell in our YouTube chat room. Tony Adams on the Checker label. The song is called Take Me As I Am. This is for Warren.
Forgive me if I plead to you to forgive me. Will you take me as I am?
Take me as I am.
Try to understand. Try to love me. Take me as I am. Was wrong for the things that I've said. Darling, I'm sorry. Will you take me as I am?
Take me as I am.
Please forgive me.
Forgive me.
Darling, I'm sorry.
So sorry.
Take me as I am. Swim the ocean blue, and everything that I promised I would give to you. Baby, would you forgive me?
Forgive me.
Take me as I am.
Take me as I am.
I'm begging your bending knees, darling, to take me as I am.
Take me as I am.
Baby, baby, come on.
Come on.
Oh, whoa, whoa.
Come on.
Oh, why, my.
Come on.
Baby, won't you come on? Oh, come on, baby. Oh, whoa.
As by request for Warren Russell in our YouTube chat room, that's Tony Adams and Girls in the background there. There you go, February 63 release. It's on the Checker record label, Take Me As I Am. No relation to that Demons record. Totally different record there, Evan. Let's continue here. Let's fill a request for listener Amnon, as this singer originally from West Philly, PA, and he was the lead singer of the Dovells back in 1961. They had a big number 2 record called The Bristol Stop. I remember my aunt had that 45 in her collection. She bought it when it came out, and that's a record I liked, you know. Maybe because it sounded a little bit like the Students record or something they said that they may have stole it from, but who knows. But that was on the Parkway record label, but he went solo in 1965 for the Decca record label. Had a big #2 national hit with a song called 123. That was in 1965. But Amnon requested his 5th of 7 on the Decca record label. His real name is Leonard Borisov. And this charted number 11 on WGH in Newport News, Virginia. A tune written by David White, Johnny Madera, Len Barry, and Leon Huff. We go to May of 1965. Give a listen to Len Barry. Len Barry on the Decca record label. It's called It's That Time of the Year.
It's that time of the year. Summertime's almost here. Happiness is around the corner. It's that time of the year. Days of fun, nights with you. Yeah. Nothing special to do. It's an epidemic. It's that time of the year. It's that time of the year. Sunshine every day. Take your cares away. Let's spend every day together. Yeah. We've been waiting so long, child, for this season to come. All the world is a lover's playground. It's that time of the year. It's that time of the It's that time of the year. Summertime's almost here. Happiness is around the corner. It's that time of the year. Come on, tell 'em about it now. It's that time of the year. Every night underneath the stars. It's that time of the year. Every day in convertible cars. On one condition, with mama's permission. Oh, I'll take you up and down the boardwalk with small talk. I'm an arm with happiness as a guide, yeah. Oh, baby, ain't it nice outside?
There you go. There you go. Well, Evan, if you wait one more record, I got your record coming up, so you can stay. It's after this Dusty Springfield record. Yes, Tony, you did request the Dusty Springfield. You did. There you go. That's Len Barry. Len Barry previously he was the former lead singer of the Dovells from May 1966. It's on the Decca record label. It's That Time of the Year is the name of the tune. That's going out to listener Amnon. And, of course, he had other releases, RCA, Cameo. He recorded for a lot of different labels, Amy Records, Scepter, Mercury, Buddha, and he passed away. Maybe it was, 4 or 5 years ago, unfortunately, there. But anyway, there, Len Barry on the Decca label. Let's continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Yes, Tony Crosby, you requested Dusty Springfield. I like Dusty Springfield. I do. And I haven't played her records in a while. And, of course, she's from London, England. She was a member of the folk group, though. You would never think it or thunk it after her other records. But she was a member of the Springfields. They recorded for the Philips record label. But she went solo in 1963, had some major hits. Major hits, I Only Want to Be With You, Stay a While, Wishing and Hoping, all great tunes she did, just to name a few. But she had 15 releases on the Philips label through 1968, and this is her 10th release, a tune written by Ben Weissman and Clive Westlake, arranged by Wally Scott. This charted number 20 on Billboard, a big number 2 record on WKBK in New Hampshire from August 1966, going out to Tony Crosby in the UK. Dusty Springfield on Philips. It's called All Cried Out. No, wait. What did you request? Do I got the wrong record here? Boy, did I mess that up. I was trying to see if my Dusty Springfield box was up here. Oh, man. You see what happens there? I apologize. Well, listen, it's always good to hear Dusty Springfield, but anyway, there you go. Wrong information on that info, too. But, Tony, I was trying to find I have the Dusty Springfield box up here. But, give me a minute here. See, I'm hobbling around. It makes it more difficult, you see. So anyway, but let's get to the next record here. I'll see if I can find it, Tony. Give me a few minutes. I need somebody in the studio here is what I need. All right, folks. I apologize for that, Tony. You are correct. So Charlene's telling me, Johnny, instant message, come tell me that's the wrong record. And she's correct. It is the wrong record. I'm sorry, Tony Crosby. I do have All I See Is You. I have to see if I could find it, so stay tuned here. August 66, that one there, though, was All Cried Out. What a mistake I made. It's not the flip side, is it? Let me just look. No, I Wish I Never Loved You is the flip. But anyway, let's continue here. I'll get you that record, Tony. Just be patient with me. Let's go back to Philadelphia here. Fill a request for Evan Blatt. This group had 6 releases on the Arctic label. You know their signature song, something that we're having here right now with all the rain. The temperature's dropping, though. It's now 45. It was 55. Now it's 45. A song called Storm Warning. That was their second release for the Arctic label. Here is their follow-up to that. written by the great writing team of Kenny Gamble and Leon Huff. It features a Gene Jones on lead. This charted number 25 on WCHB in Detroit, Michigan. Let's go to September of 65 for Evan Blatt, The Sound of the Volcanoes. The Volcanoes on the Arctic label. It's called Help Wanted, and that's what Johnny G needs, help. There you go with The Sound of the Volcanoes. That's their follow-up to A Storm Warning, a song entitled Help Wanted, September 65. That's on the Arctic label. And that's for Evan Blatt, and that featured Gene Jones. He was the lead singer on that. This group would later evolve into the Tramps, as they had those cool disco songs in the early 1970s. They're worth a play, too, here on the All 60s edition. Johnny G here on a Wednesday evening, as I feel awful I messed that one up there, Tony. I'm telling you, because this week was a horrible week for me, as most of them are. But let's continue here. Let's fill a request for Edmund Williams, and I think this was the second to last release for this singer. Of course, he was a kiddie lead sensation when he was the lead singer of the Teenagers back in late 55 going into 1956, recorded for George Goldner's G record label. But his voice changed as he got older. Of course, he separated away from the Teenagers. There was some rift going on between the group and whatnot. Had a whole bunch of solo releases, but he just really couldn't get the magic back that he had as a kiddie lead singer. So I guess being, with depression and all that, he ended up taking drugs and unfortunately died of an OD. I think, Edmund, you requested his very last single, which was on the Big Apple label. I'm sorry, I played that a couple weeks ago. But Edmund requested the A and B side of, I think this was his second to last single, came out on the Columbia label. He was under a new manager at the time, Sam Bray. This is from August of 64. And actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the flip side of this record, which is, I think, the better side, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm doing this side, too, because Edmund wanted it number one, and because I'm going to compare it with another upbeat version of the song by a gal. So her name is Lynn Roman, so we'll play them back to back. So and you can tell me which one you like better. But anyway, first up is from August 64. This is Frankie Lyman. Frankie Lyman on Columbia Records, and his version of Somewhere.
The world turns its back on young love, so we face each day all alone. Well, just take my hand and follow me. We'll find a world all our own. There is a place for us. Somewhere there's a place for us. Peace and quiet and open air wait for us somewhere. There is a time for us. Someday there's a time for us. Time together with time to spare. Time to love. Time to care. Someday, somewhere, we'll find a new way of living, and they'll find a way of forgiving somewhere. There is a place for us. Somewhere there's a place for us. Hold my hand and we're halfway there. Hold my hand and I'll take you
what did you think of that version there? That version there is, a gal by the name of Linda Griner. Linda Griner, she was originally from Washington, D.C. I think I played her record Goodbye Cruel Love not too long ago on the Motown record label. Well, there she was. She also recorded as Lynn Roman, and she was discovered singing in a club by Smokey Robinson, and he heard her, and he signed her to a Motown Records. That was in '63, and her first record was a song called Goodbye Cruel Love, but she recorded as Lynn Roman. She did 4 on the Dot label. That was her 4th. She also recorded for Mercury in Brunswick, and she is on Facebook too as Linda Griner / Lynn Roman. You can check her out, and she is a real estate agent in Las Vegas. I don't know, that's old Charlene. Maybe she's not. You got to double check that. That's April 1969. Lynn Roman with her version of Somewhere. Prior to that, we heard Frankie Lyman's version of Somewhere from August '64 on Columbia, as requested by Edmund Williams. But Edmund Williams also requested the flip side. Now, this is the A side of the 45 on Columbia from August '64. It's called Sweet and Lovely.
My girl, she's so sweet and so lovely. I said she's sweeter than a rose that blooms in May. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She is so lovely. Heaven must have sent her my way. You know the skies above me, I say they never were as blue as her eyes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She really loves me. Who could want a sweeter surprise? Oh, 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 when I hold her in my arms so tenderly. There's a thrill that words cannot express. In my heart a song of love keeps taunting me. Melody haunting me. Never ever in the world has there ever been a girl so sweet and so lovely. I say she's sweeter than a rose that blooms in May. Yeah, 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 she loves me. There ain't nothing more I gotta say. She's so sweet, she's so good. Yeah, this little girl loves me like a little girl should. I'm talking about she's so sweet, she's so pretty. She knows how to get down to the real nitty gritty. So sweet, yeah, so lovely. She got a pretty little smile, makes my life worthwhile. She's sweet.
I bet you if I played that as a mystery oldie, you would never guess. You would never ever guess Frankie Lyman was singing that song, because that definitely doesn't sound like him. Maybe the flip side a little bit more, but not that side. Frankie Lyman there for Edmund Williams, August '64 on the Columbia label, Sweet and Lovely. That is the intended A side. The flip side was Somewhere. As we continue here, and let's fill. This is actually an old request for Warren. Actually, not that old, but I just never got a chance to play it for Warren. As this singer, I think he's out of Pennsylvania, and this singer is the nephew of actress Ethel Waters. Now, he had a release on the Burn Low label, but that was back in 1957, which is a Philadelphia label. Then another in 1960 for ABC Paramount, but then he did 3 for MGM Records. Now, Warren requested his very last release, and it's conducted by Sammy Lowe, and it's was recorded in 61, but MGM released it in July of 1962. Let's give a listen to Junior Waters. Junior Waters, this is for Warren Russell in our YouTube chat room on MGM. The song is called Turn Away from July 62.
Turn away, lonely eyes from her pretty face. Turn away, lonely arms, don't reach for her embrace. Turn away, lonely shoes, don't follow her down the street. Turn away from her lips that kissed you sweet. Say hello, nothing more. If she looks at you, just hello, and then go before the hurt shows through. Turn away, lonely fool. You know she said goodbye. Turn away, and go on home and cry. Turn away. She said goodbye. Turn away, turn away, and go on home and cry. Turn away, lonely fool. You know she said goodbye. Turn away, and go on home and cry. Cry, 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 cry. Oh, turn away, turn away, turn away, turn away, turn away.
That's by request for a Warren in our YouTube chat room. That's Junior Waters. Junior Waters on the MGM record label. What I say, that's his 3rd release on MGM. Turn Away, released in July of 1962. Let's continue here. Now, I found it hard to believe that this record was released in 1971, but maybe it was recorded before that. I don't know, but this group has 2 releases on the VRC label, VRC Records, out of Newark, New Jersey, called Vernell Record Company. Now, this is the A-side to their first, and it's actually a cover tune. This song originally done by Mary Wells. This was Mary Wells' debut song. A song that she wrote, came out on Motown Records, but this side produced by Jerry Hawkins. It's with Little Martin and the Mustang Band, and the group is called the Revlons, REV-LONS. Now, 45 Cat had 1971. I don't know, probably. The vinyl is a hard vinyl, but it's not in the. It's mint, but it doesn't play the greatest. It's kind of tingy for some reason. I have no clue. But let's give it a spin here. The Revlons on VRC, their rendition of the tune "Bye Bye Baby," Mary Wells' debut single. "Bye Bye Baby." that is maybe it was issued in 71, but it definitely was not recorded in 1971. It couldn't be. It's doesn't sound. I don't even think I don't think they could even have done it like that in 1971. But anyway, was something had. I don't know, Charlene, was it 45 Cat? Which, when you have people putting in their own information, you have to second guess it. That's what I say. I'm second guessing this. Anyway, it's the Revlons there on the VRC record label doing the Mary Wells tune, Bye Bye Baby. Not bye bye yet. Not till midnight. We'll promptly be leaving at midnight tonight. But I'll be back tomorrow afternoon at 1:30. Tune in here on YouTube. Let's continue here. And this time I got it right for Tony Crosby in the UK, this singer from Pensacola, Florida, but relocated to Detroit, Michigan. He first recorded as a member of the Velvet Tones that recorded on the Deb label in 1959, but he went solo in 62, first signing with the Columbia record label. In 64, he moved over to their subsidiary OK Records, had 13 releases on the OK record label. This is his 9th, and this... Are you correct, Charlene, with this? I guess so. This is a cover tune first done by Lenny Welch in 1965 on his LP called Two Different Worlds. That I didn't know. A tune written by Barry Mann and Cynthia Weil, produced by Ted Cooper, arranged by Riley Hampton. We go to September of 1968. Let's give a listen to Walter Jackson. Walter Jackson, by request for Tony Crosby, in our YouTube chat room on OK Records. The song is called Not You, for Tony.
Girl, now I know, but still I can't believe it's true. If there's one person I believed in, baby, it was you. From the day I found you, I built my whole world around you. Someone else might be untrue, but not you, no, not you, girl, not you. I can't believe I thought we shared so very much, but now I see I gave my heart and soul to you, but you just gave your lips to me. Girl, the way I saw you, yes, you were everything good and more. You were so sweet, girl, you were fine. And I swore on my life, yes, you were mine. Someone else, baby, maybe might be untrue, but not you. Not swore on my life, yes, you were mine. Someone else maybe might be untrue, but not you.
September 66 release there for Walter Jackson. Walter Jackson on the OK record label. That's his ninth release, I think I mentioned. Ninth release on OK Records. That's by request for Tony Crosby in the UK. He is in our YouTube chat room. Not You is the name of the tune. You know, I think he had polio at a young age, so every time you used to see him perform, he would be sitting down. There's a couple of Dick Clark's Where the Action Is, and he's sitting like in the balcony singing in the seats, or he'll be sitting on a chair or whatever when he would be performing live to an audience. But there you go, the great Walter Jackson. Let's continue here as this group, they hail from Dallas, Texas. It's on Willie Big Bo Thomas's Gay Shell record label. Now, Willie Thomas's band was Big Bo and the Arrows, and they're backing up this singer by the name of Fred Lowry. And this record would be picked up by Atco Records in August of 1966, but I'm featuring the first issue, which came out on the Gay Shell record label. This is from July of 66. Let's give a listen to Freddie Lowry with Big Bo and the Arrows on Gay Shell Records. It's called I'm Sorry.
I'm sorry for the things I said.
That's Fred Lowry and Big Bo and the Arrows. July 1966. It's on the Gay Shell record label. Will be picked up by Atco Records. Song entitled "I'm Sorry." Johnny G's sorry for the mistakes tonight, but unfortunately, we are human. We do make mistakes, and I try to be perfect, but I can't be, especially with this darn leg of mine as we continue here, as we go to this group originally from Delaware, first recorded for the Lake label back in 1961. Then they recorded for Chavis Records, and then they had 3 on James Chavis's, I guess the sister label, Candy Records, out of Wilmington, Delaware. And this is the A-side of their first release, written by group member Carlton Banks, produced by James Chavis, and the members of this group were Carlton Banks, Forrest Elliott, George Evans, Robert Harold, Henry Singleton, David Thomas. How many guys in this band? And Ronald Thomas. This charted number 7 on WAMS out of Wilmington, Delaware. We go to August of 65. Let's give a listen to the Empires. They have a very expensive record on this Candy record label, but it's not this one. Although this one I think might sell for about $100 or so, but it's not in great shape. I had to bargain with the Count many, many years ago. These are the Empires on Candy, Candi. It's called "Love You So Bad." The Empires.
I want to tell you how much I love you. I want to show you just how long I can be true. 'Cause I love you, love you, love you. Yes, girl, I love you so bad. I want to prove to you just how strong my love can be. I want to show you. I want to be with you for all eternity. 'Cause I love you, love you, love you. Yes, girl, I love you so bad. Love you so bad.
It's out of Wilmington, Delaware. I wish it played better than that, but unfortunately, beggars can't be choosy. The Empires, they're from August 65. That's on the Candy record label. "Love You So Bad" is the name of the tune. And let's continue here. And I have no info on this gal. She's recorded for the Columbia record label. Her name is just a first name. Her name is Regina. And she's doing a cover tune. This song was first done by a gal by the name of Chi Chi on the Cap record label in 65. I think Chi Chi McCauley was her name, if I'm not mistaken. But this charted number 66 on WQTV in Latrobe, Pennsylvania. This came out in September 65. Her name is Regina, so I don't know her last name. I can't tell you, but it's on the Columbia label, and the song is called If You're Gonna Love Me, Regina.
Waiting for love to come their way.
There you go. April 66 release there for September 65 release for Regina. Regina on the Columbia record label, If You're Gonna Love Me. That's her version, first done by Chi-Chi McCauley on the Cap record label. And Joel Scherzer told me that. Used to buy records from Joel. Like once a month he would call me on a Sunday afternoon. He would schedule it in advance, and he would read records off, and he would look through the manship book for records that were in there, plus a lot of dollar records too. And he would sell me some nice records from time to time. That was one of them. Charged me $6 for that 45. I think it's worth $6 anyway. But let's continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Fill a request for listener Warren Russell in our YouTube chat room, as this group, originally from New Haven, Connecticut, although by the time of this release, I don't think the lead singers of both either Fred Paris or Bill Baker were no longer with the group. They were doing their own thing at the time. I think Fred Paris with the Restless Hearts, because this release is from April 66. On the Sammy record label, and this is the intended A side of the 45. These are the 5 satins, but I don't know if there has to be at least one or two original members still in the group by this time, because this came out in April of '66 on the Sammy label. It features Dick Arnold on lead. It actually mentions it on the label. The Five Satins going out to Warren Russell. It's called No One Knows. The Five Satins.
No one knows how lonely I am since you've taken your precious love from me. No one knows the pain that I feel that's here in my heart constantly. Again, 'cause I'm so lonely, and no one knows better than I. It's a cold world when you have no girl. Tell me where could she be? Once I a love I could call my own. Now she's gone, there's no more joy. I sit and I cry all alone. I never knew it would happen this way. I gave her my love. Now there's nothing that I can say. Oh, darling. And no one knows better than I. If you see her, won't you tell her that I need her love so badly? Nobody knows, nobody sees, nobody cares about me. Baby, now
That's April '66. That is a late one there for the Five Satins. I think he's trying to sound like Fred Parris too, by the way, but that's not Fred Parris. That's Dick Arnold on lead. That's on the Sammy label, the Five Satins, by request for Warren Russell in our YouTube chat room. No One Knows is the name of the tune. Let's continue here on the '60s Soul Edition. So Tony Crosby, I know that a lot of the records that I play are what would be called records that were played in the UK on the Northern Soul scene. So it has that certain dance beat to it that would consider it a Northern Soul record. So I have to ask Tony Crosby, was this a Northern Soul record? It would have to be, because I know I get emails and they say to me, and I thought Paul Greco might say to me, Johnny, I never knew that Brian Hyland was a soul singer. So not a soul singer per se, but for the instrumentation of it, let's put it that way, I guess. So that's what I'm asking Tony Crosby. Was this played in the clubs over in the UK, like the Wigan Casino, I think, was a big club of the old timers that used to? And I guess, the compliment that I get is from, and I honor that compliment from a lot of the UK listeners that were in those clubs in the 1970s, because a lot of the Northern Soul records, they're like the stock market. They're hot at one time and then they're not hot anymore, but some still hold their values. The collection that I've been looking at recently, looking for records, there are thousands and thousands of Northern Soul records, but the prices are too high. because they're putting high prices on them, because that's at one time they demanded that. So there were a bunch of people from the UK there checking out this collection, and they passed on 75% of the records because they were too high, because they say that and they sell them at those clubs and whatnot. So the time has passed for some of the records. Maybe they come back after a while, or then they go down. So I think it all evens out at the end. But I like the record, don't get me wrong, and I think it's a cool dancing record too, but it is a request for Tony Crosby in the UK. This singer, originally from Woodhaven, Queens, started recording for the Leader label back in 1960. His second release was a big #1 national smash hit, and of course, not Johnny G's favorite, a song called Itsy Bitsy Teeny Weeny Yellow Polka Dot Bikini. That is not the style of Johnny G, although I have the record because I collect the Leader label. What do you think about that? And also the Cap label. But he also had a bunch of releases on different labels, ABC, Paramount for one, but this is on the Philips label, and Tony Crosby requested his 9th of 12 on the Philips label. Tune written by Bobby Russell, produced by Snuff Garrett and Leon Russell. Also, Leon Russell arranged the tune. This charted number 20 on Billboard, a big #1 record on WOGO in New Smyrna Beach, Florida. There, I said it. From May 1966, by request for UK listener Tony Crosby. Brian Hyland on the Philips label. It's called The Joker Went Wild for Tony.
I was a king, I thought, always a king, 'cause I just captured someone's heart. But may I explain, I treated her mean, and then my kingdom fell apart. I found I couldn't sleep at night, and when I found her gone from sight, found out I loved her, became a joker. The joker went wild, and he couldn't smile, because he had lost everything. The joker went wild, and he couldn't smile. He felt no longer like a king. Some friendly advice, treat her heart nice, or she won't stay for very long, if at all. If you think you're a king and you know everything, just remember the joker, or you'll fall from her arms. You'll find you cannot sleep at night, and when you find her gone from sight, you'll find you love her, become a joker. The joker went wild, and he couldn't smile, because he had lost everything. The joker went wild, and he couldn't smile.
As Brian Hyland from May 66. That's on the Philips record label. That's his 9th of 12 on the Philips record label, by request for UK listener Tony Crosby in our YouTube chat room. The Joker went wild. Johnny G's your Joker for a Wednesday evening right here on Oldies and More Radio, also live on YouTube as we continue here and fill a request for Amnon. This is a duet consisting of an aunt and her niece. Now, the aunt was Barbara Gaskins. Gask, that's Gask in Seath. Barbara Gaskinseath. And the aunt, no, that was the niece, Barbara Gaskinseath, and the aunt and Brenda Gaskins, the niece. Oh, okay. There you go. They're from Kingston, North Carolina. This is their second of 3 on the Heidi label, Heidi Records out of New York City. And this is the intended A-side, arranged and produced by Bert Keys. It's from April 65 for Amnon. They're called Barbara and Brenda. On the Heidi label, it's called One More Chance for Amnon.
I know I've done you wrong. Sure enough, I broke your heart. But now I'm on bended knee, begging for one more chance. You swallowed all your pride because you cared for me. Begging for one more chance. Just begging for one more chance. Happy days I no longer have. I find that I was wrong. I want you. I need you right here in my arms. Just give me one more chance. Just give me one more chance. I'm down here on my knees, begging for one more chance. Just begging for one more chance. I want you. I need you right here in my arms. Just give me one more chance. Just give me one more chance. I'm down here on my knees, begging for one more chance. Begging for one more chance. Just begging for one more chance. Begging for one more chance. Now come on, darling, please. Come on, darling, please. Give me one more chance.
April 65 release there for Barbara and Brenda. That one there for Amnon. That's their second of 3 on the Heidi label. One More Chance is the name of the tune. As, whoops, she's calling me. As we continue here. And let's go to Newark, New Jersey for this next group on Joe Evans' Carnival record label. This is from April of 1966. The group is called Leon and the Metronomes, and the lead singer on this, his name is Leon Stewart, and with the Cool Kings Band backing him up from April 66. Leon and the Metronomes on Carnival. It's called I'll Catch You on the Rebound.
Now don't try to tell me how to run my life now. 'Cause I know just what I want. I'm gonna get it somehow. Yes, I am. And if you don't wanna help me, I've got one thing
There you go. Well, it's worth $1 there. Bought that 45 for $1. Leon and the Metronomes. There you go. That's a Leon Stewart on lead there. That's on the Carnival record label, April 1966. I'll Catch You on the Rebound is the name of the tune. That reminds me, Catch You on the Rebound. Didn't Brenton Wood do a song called Catch You on the Rebound? I think that's a cool tune as we continue here. Let's go to Washington, D.C. now with this next group and a request for listener Frank Chingaro. He wants to send this one out to listener Ronnie Sherman. They recorded for Donald Walden's Miradon record label, which was originally out of Louisville, Kentucky. They had 4 releases on the Miradon label. Now, Frank requested their first, which would be picked up by Ray Maxwell's MBS label, and that's how I have it on the MBS label. Now, this group included Irving Haywood and 3 brothers, Eddie, Archie, and Jerome Powell. Collectively, they were known as the Ascots. The tune written by group member Eddie Powell, and this is, I guess we can call it their debut single, but at least I have it on the second label, which is MBS Records, from December 64, going out to Frank Chingaro. He's sending this one out to Ronnie Sherman. The Ascots on MBS. It's called This Old Heartache. The Ascots.
Was cry. Oh, this so hard. This so hard. You're still with me, darling. Can't you see that I still do you? When you went away, I knew that someday that this pain would touch my heart. Hey, yeah, I want you to know, girl, I love you so, but this pain is still in my heart. This old heartache. Whoa, whoa. This old heartache.
That's December 1964 there, a group called the Ascots. The Ascots, by request for Frank Chingaro in our YouTube chat room. That's on the MBS record label. First on the Miradon label. That is the first label. That's their debut single, This Old Heartache. And we're going to flip it over with an instant request for Mark Speck in our YouTube chat room. Now, Frank had another request, and I had the record, and I bought it years and years ago, except that this thing has an edge warp and it doesn't play, and it pisses me off. You know, I tried fixing it last night. I tried to put the hair dryer to it. I don't want to really, I'm kind of contemplating if I should, I only paid 5 cents for the record, of course, but it's by the Herbs, Put a Hurting on My Heart. It's a good song. There must be an answer is the flip side there. So I just can't play it. I mean, maybe if I turn, I don't want to turn my, I could put the weight higher, it'll play, but I just don't want to mess with my weights yet. But unfortunately, I can't play that record. It's a good record to play too. And I remember buying it a long, long time ago. The guy had it for I don't know, a nickel, a dime, but it never really played. It's been in the collection for ages. But anyway, but let's flip this 45 over for Mark Speck. It's called Miss Heartbreaker is the name of the tune. It's a heartbreaker that record is warped to. But anyway, instant request for Mark Speck in our YouTube chat from December 64, the Ascots on MBS, Miss Heartbreaker for Mark Speck. Instant request here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, the All 60s edition for Mark Speck in our YouTube chat room, December 64, the Ascots. That's the intended A-side. At least it says it on the label. That's Miss Heartbreaker from December 64. I have it on MBS. The flip side for Frank Gingaro, This Old Heartache. Let's continue now as this gal has one release on Don Roby's Sure Shot record label out of Houston, Texas. That's all the information Charlene provided, and this is from March of 65. Her name is Norma Rudd. Norma, R-U-D-D. This is on Sure Shot Records out of Houston, Texas. It's called He's Mine. Norma Rudd.
Somebody told me you were running around. Somebody said I ought to put you down. Don't want nobody telling me what to do, because I know that they're trying to get next to you. Now ain't that right?
It's alright.
I said now ain't that right?
Baby, it's alright.
Oh, they're trying to take my man, but figure out why the golf stars flying when we pass them by. Now ain't that right? It's alright. I said now ain't that right? It's alright. Oh, they're trying to take my man, but he's mine. Don't you know he's all mine? He's all mine. Don't you know he's all mine? He's all mine. Don't you know he's all mine? He's all mine. Girl, that man alone. He's all mine. I gotta come right on.
That's an oddball on Don Roby's Sure Shot record label, March 65. Norma Rudd on a song entitled He's Mine is the name of the tune. Let's go to Morris Levy's Roulette record label for this next singer. He goes by the name of Little Lover, and can't find any info on this guy, but he would have one more release on the Vest label. I think somebody requested that from me. I think it was Ronnie Sherman. You requested a Vest, that Vest 45, which I thought I had, but I did not. This is produced by Paul Vance from November 63. Little Lover on Roulette Records. It's called Anonymous Letter.
I received an anonymous letter today, and this is what it had to say. She's been cheating on you for such a long, long time. She's been going around kissing everyone and listening to everybody else's line. But I tell you to ask anyone, 'cause everybody knows. No, I said ask anyone, 'cause everybody knows. Open up your eyes, fool. She's putting you down behind your back. She's going out with Jimmy, Joe, and Jack, and when you walk by, they say, I feel sorry for the guy. Awful sorry for the guy. And so I come to you, girl, to ask you if it's true. 'Cause I'd rather hear from you than anyone else if you've been cheating like this letter say you do. I'm asking you, yeah, you. No one else if you've been cheating behind my back. No, I'm asking you, yeah, you. If you've been cheating behind my back. Or is this anonymous letter just a trick? Or Jimmy Joe's a jack? What's to this an anonymous letter bit? Who wrote it? Who wrote it? What's to this an anonymous letter bit? Who wrote it? Who wrote it? Come on, baby, and ease my mind. Tell me that your love is mine, all mine. Tell me what's to this an anonymous letter bit. Who wrote it? Who wrote it? What's to this an anonymous letter bit?
November 63 release there on the Roulette record label. Little Lover's his name. Anonymous Letter is the name of the tune. Did you ever receive an anonymous letter? I received like an anonymous email the other day. It was kind of odd, and I'm not going to talk about it, but it was interesting. But anyway, let's continue here as this next singer, originally from Colt, Arkansas. He was known as the Silver Fox. And this is a request for listener Tony Crosby, listening in the UK. He had a hit in 1960 on the Philips record label called Lonely Weekend, but he had lots of releases on Groove and RCA and Smash, and believe it or not, his biggest hit was back in 1973 on the Epic record label, a big #1 record for him called The Most Beautiful Girl. Boy, do I remember that when I was in high school. But anyway, Tony Crosby requested, though, his first of three he had on the High record label out of Memphis, Tennessee. His tune written by David Porter, Isaac Hayes, produced by Natalie Rosenberg. Charlene, did anybody else do this? When I see Isaac Hayes on there, I think maybe somebody else might have done this. But this charted number 27 on WMOX in Meridian, Mississippi. This is from December of 1966. His name is Charlie Rich. Charlie Rich on the High record label. It's a pretty cool record, too. This is by request for Tony Crosby as he's finishing up hammering in his new rug on his floor. This is Charlie Rich with Love Is After Me for Tony Crosby.
Love is after me, won't let me be. Should I run away? Love is after me, won't let me be. Tell me, should I stay? I've been hurt once before. The first time I let my heart go, I promised myself then, you know I wouldn't be hurt no more. Oh, but sweeter, you have confused my mind, and I keep singing all the time. And I say, love is after me, won't let me be. Should I run away? Love is after me, won't let me be. Tell me, should I stay? Well, it's getting closer. It's getting closer.
It's getting closer.
The good little things you do just makes me fall faster for you. It's getting so when we're alone. You know I don't want to go home. Oh yeah, but I've got to watch myself. Oh, when I think about the past I left, then I said, love is after me, won't let me be. Should I run away? Love is after me, won't let me be. Tell me, should I stay? Well, I need to know. Somebody tell me, should I run away? I got to know. Somebody tell me, should I stay? Well, I need to know. Somebody tell me, should I run away? I got to know.
There you go. That's going out to Tony Crosby, tuned in over in the UK in the wee hours of the morning there. Kind of well, I wouldn't say an unusual sound, but really a soulful sound for a country type singer, really. Charlie Rich there, December 1966 on the High record label out of Memphis, Tennessee. His first of three called Love Is After Me. Yes, it is. And hopefully the copyright police will not be after Johnny G with this next 45. And it's a request for Adrian Viterbo. Played the flip side of this last week, which actually was the intended A-side, called I Smiled Yesterday by this girl from East Orange, well, this lady from East Orange, New Jersey. And it was her first release. And this is the flip side, though, which was the intended B-side. It's the disc jockey started to flip the record over, and this charted number 21 on Billboard, 17 on Cashbox. It was her first of 37 releases on Florence Greenberg's Scepter record label, written and produced by Hal David and Burt Bacharach. And this is from October 62. This is for Adrian Viterbo, who was working overtime tonight, and he is now in our chat room. Let's give a listen to Dionne Warwick. Dionne Warwick on the Scepter label. It's called Don't Make Me Over. This is for Adrian.
Don't make me over. Now that I do anything for you. Don't make me over. Now that you know how I adore you. Don't pick on the things I say, the things I do. Just love me with all my faults. The way that I love you, I'm begging you. Don't make me over. Now that I can't make it without you. Don't make me over. I wouldn't change one thing about you. Just take me inside your arms and hold me tight and always be by my side. If I am wrong or right, I'm begging you. Don't make me over. Don't make me over. Now that you got me at your command. Accept me for what I am. Accept me for the things that I do. Accept me for what I am. Accept me for the things that I do. Now that I can't make it without you. I wouldn't change one thing about you. Accept me for what I am. Accept me for the things that I do. Accept me for what I am. Oh, accept me for the things that I do.
I think she had more of a powerful voice earlier in her career. Kind of more mellowed out later on, but there you go. That's going out to Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat room listening down in Mexico. That was actually the intended B-side of the 45. Dionne Warwick from October 62, her first release on the Scepter label, Don't Make Me Over. Johnny G not making himself over, although we will be over promptly at midnight tonight because of my bum leg. I have to keep it elevated. Sitting is no good for me. So again, and I'll be back tomorrow afternoon beginning at 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. till 3:30, continuing with the 1957 Relic Survey countdown of records voted by collectors back in 1997. I'm like, what am I? I'm not 200 yet, but I'm in the twos somewhere, I think. And then we'll return Saturday evening at 9 p.m. Again, going to cut back on the requests. I can only do two requests for Saturday because I got to sign off at midnight. I can't sit too long. Doctor's orders. I can't walk with that boot either, as my leg is killing me with that. Thank God no blood clot. But anyway, I don't want to go back into it, but it will continue here. Gotta ask Mark Speck if he knows anything about this next singer. And she has this one release. Now, have I ever played a record from 2014? I don't think so, but this record came out in 2014, but it has a very 60 60s sound to it. And it was funny because I bought a rare 45 by from Mike Noriega. He was a big soul collector out in California, and he ended up selling his entire collection. He said he needed the money, but he would come into records now and then, and big group records, and he sold me, he met the, I think the widow of the Galaxy record label out in California, and he ended up picking up, I think, 3 copies of the Showcase, is a record from 64 that would never have made it in 1964. It's too doo-wop sounding, but he sold me a copy at a great price, I have to say. But he sold me a couple other records, group records and then he said that he was putting out a record at the time, and this is way back in 2014. And I think at the time he sold me this, I think for $20, $15 or $20. I think it sells for more now. I checked on PopSite. This is like $60 or $75 this record goes for. But it's on his label called Noriega Records. Noriega Records, which is out of Corona, California. And his name is Mike Noriega. He owned the label. And this song produced and arranged by Miles Grayson. Now, I don't know if he ended up getting the recording of it and putting it out on his label. That's a possibility. And I don't know if this gal was singing in 2014, so maybe it's an old recording, because there are people that are doing that today, by the way. But this is, and I don't know how else to date it, but her name is Deborah Johnson. It's on Noriega Records. It's called To Get Love, You Got to Bring Love. This is Deborah Johnson on Noriega Records.
You said you want to be the only man in my life and keep me for yourself. If that's attention that you're thinking of, to get love, you got to bring love, baby. To get love, you got to bring love. Now I don't want to be just your appetizer while your main course is someone else. Just as sure as there's a heaven above, to get love, you got to bring love, baby. To get love, you got to bring love. I know games a man will play with a woman's heart. I don't want to be in a hurt situation. That's why I'm telling you from the start. Oh, if you want me like you say, here's all you got to do, baby. Give me all the affections in the world. To get love, you got to bring love, baby. To get love, you got to bring love. That's why I'm telling you from the start. Oh, if you want me like you say, here's all you got to do, baby. Give me all the affections in the world. To get love, you got to bring love, baby. To get love, you got to bring love. To get love, you got to bring love, baby. You got to bring love, baby. Share your love with me. Share, baby. Share your love with me. You got to bring love, baby. You got to bring love.
So there you go. So maybe it was a Reed says 2007, but maybe he sold me this. Well, Charlene, where'd the 2014 come in? Is that what did I put that, or was that on 45 Cat? Because I can go back and check. It's when I bought what, the Tramps on RV, that record, and something else, I forget, and definitely that Showcases record. Maybe I got it in 2014, I don't know. But it's on the Noriega label. There you go, Deborah Johnson. Again, it's probably, as Daryl, you're probably correct, somewhere between 63 and 60. I would say more like 63 or 64. Deborah Johnson's her name. To Get Love, You Got to Bring Love is the name of the tune. Let's go to Hollywood, California, to the Commerce record label. I think this is the debut single for this singer. His name is Sammy Lee. I played a record last week by him on Rampart Records, I think. Rampart Records, but this is on the Commerce record label. I think this is the intended A-side from 1964. Give a listen to Sammy Lee. It's called Rosetta. Sammy Lee.
By my side, and for you I'll provide. Rosetta, I love you. The mere touch of your fingertips, oh, so divine. And when I held you in my arms and kissed your ruby red lips, I knew that you had to be mine. Oh baby, love me forever, leave me never, Rosetta. I've got to have you. Promise you'll never run away, no matter what people may say. Rosetta, I adore you. Your splendid embrace, your warm embrace, oh, such a lovely combination. Your cute little size, your pretty brown eyes, no one could ever take your place, Rosetta. Oh, Rosetta, oh girl, I love you. I'm gonna love you forever, leave you never, Rosetta. Just say you want me, I'll buy you a ring, change your name. Can't you hear the bells are ringing? And we'll be happy forever. This I know, Rosetta, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah,
That's Sammy Lee. That's his debut single on the Commerce record label from 1964, a song entitled Rosetta, as we'll be closing promptly at midnight tonight here on the All 60s edition. Let's go to Akron, Ohio for this next group. They had 14 releases on the Cap record label. I'm sure many of you know their biggest hit was their debut single for Cap Records called Our Day Will Come, featuring the lovely voice of lead singer Ruby Nash. And that was their first for Cap. Let's give a listen to the group's their eighth release on the Cap record label. Tune written by Van McCoy. I know, Tony Crosby, you like Van McCoy. Yes, you do. This one produced by Alan Stanton and arranged by Mort Garson. This charted number 48 on Billboard, number 4 record on KORL. If you were listening in Honolulu, Hawaii, we go to September of 1964. This is how you want it on the hard vinyl promo. That's the way you want this record. Ruby and the Romantics on Cap Records. It's called When You're Young and in Love.
Young and in love, when you're young and in love.
Springs in the air, there's magic everywhere when you're young and in love. The moon at night seems to shine twice as bright when you're young and in love.
Young and in love.
Each night seems like the 4th of July when stars spangle the sky. Dreams can come true if you believe they do. When you're young and in love, trust and you'll find there's no mountain you can't climb when you're young and in love.
Young and in love.
Though many teardrops are bound to fall, true love can conquer all when you're young and in love.
Trust and you'll find there's no mountain you can't climb when you're young and in love.
Though many teardrops are bound to fall, true love can conquer all when you're young and in love.
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 September 64 release there for Ruby and the Romantics. That's Ruby Nash on lead, Cap Records, their 8th release, 8 of 14 releases. When You're Young and in Love is the name of the tune. Also recorded by the Marvelettes. They did it on Tamla in 1967. 2 more 45s to go before we sign off here on the All 60s edition. This next singer, from born in Chicago, Illinois, started singing with the Pilgrim Travelers back in 1957, but he began a solo career in 1960 on the Shardy record label. I have that 45. Signed with Capitol, though, in 1961, would have 28 releases on the Capitol label through 1970. Now, his biggest hit on the Capitol label was a song from 1966, his 13th song called Love is a Hurtin' Thing. But let's give a listen to his 5th, a tune written by Sam Cooke and Lou Rawls. And I wonder if Sam is singing on this. Gotta listen closely, though. This is produced by Nick Vinette. It's with Renee Hall and the orchestra, charted number 26 on WABB in Mobile, Alabama from May 62. Give a listen to Lou Rawls. Lou Rawls on the Capitol record label. It's called Save Your Love for Me. Lou Rawls.
Everybody's trying to steal my girl, but if they ask you, you can talk with them. If you want to, you can walk with them. You can walk with them, talk with them, but save your loving just for me. You can even go out on a date. If you want to, you can stay out late. You can stay out late, go on a date, but save your loving just for me. Baby, you know I love you a little more each and every day. You know I need you, I want you, I just got to have you. Don't let them steal you away. save it all you look for me. Yeah, baby, you know I love you a little more each and every day. Yeah, you know I need you, I want you, I just got to have you. Don't let them steal you away, baby. If you want to, you can hold their hands, but be sure to make them understand. Let them understand you hold their hand, but you save it all you look for me. You can walk with them and talk with them, but save your loving just for me. Ooh, baby, baby, you can stay out late, go on a date.
There you go. That's Lou Rawls from May 62. It's on the Capitol record label. Save Your Love for Me is the name of the tune. And that's going to do it for Johnny G and the Vinyl Treasure Show. I want to thank you for joining Johnny G, listening to these cool 45s out of my collection. If you want to get in touch with me, send me an email. That is for requests and anything else. It's vinyltreasures@AOL.com. That is a hotline connection to Johnny G. I hope you enjoyed the show tonight. And we're closing early because I can't be sitting that long. I told you, I fell down the stairs and I have this tear somewhere in my muscle, and the doctor, I got to wear a boot and all this other stuff, and I can't do anything, so it's going to limit the show. So a Saturday night show is going to be cut an hour. We're going to cut an hour off, so I only can take 2 requests on that show. But I'll be back tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock for the countdown from 1957. But again, send me your requests. Multiple requests is fine. I'll just pick 2 of them to play on the program because, you know, I was trying to accommodate 3 for some people, then I was getting 4, and then I got people requesting for others, and it becomes a lot. You know, but I can't, and then it's too late, and then I can't sit this long. And he said, you cannot sit for long periods of time. You got to keep your leg up, and I wasn't doing that well here. But anyway, and I got to walk with that boot. I'm not walking with a boot. I got to walk like a ballerina, you know, like on my tippy toes. I can't do it. So that kind of is really restricting me. I can't be myself. I got to pull records. I got to get these boxes from up above and pull the records out. So it can't happen. But anyway, so we'll have somebody here helping me tomorrow. Grace will be coming. She was in the chat room earlier. I might have missed her. I don't know. But anyway, thank you all for tuning in tonight. Thank you, Charlene, again for all your help and great work on the research. And we're going to close the show tonight with a request. This is actually an old request I had for Edmund, and because he sent me a James Brown record that I had, but I couldn't go down in the in the basement to find it. It was like I had to go down all the flights of stairs, and I couldn't do it. Next time I go down there, when I have to like go out, I guess, and you know, go get my medicine or something, I'll look for it. But we're going to close the show tonight with actually, I think this is a hit here. We'll see if the copyright police come out and attack me. But these gals, originally from the Bronx, New York, they were managed by Zell Sanders, as she also wrote this tune. Came out on Abner Spector's Tough record label. It's, I guess we can call it their signature song, although this group called the Janettes, they originally came out like back in 1958 on JNS Records, but they resurfaced, got a new group of girls together. This came out in August 63 on Tough Records, their first of 4. It features Leslie Valentine on lead. This a big record, number 2 on Billboard, number 4 on the R&B chart. So if the copyright police don't come out and get me, they never will. But our closer tonight from August 63, the Janettes on Tough Records. It's called Sally Go Round the Roses. Johnny G going round the roses. That's it, folks. I will see you next time here on Oldies and More Radio, next Wednesday beginning at 9 p.m. till midnight, or maybe I'll see some of you tomorrow afternoon, if not Saturday evening right here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Just want to say, everybody, so long.